Welcome back to our final episode of Roughing It. I never believed in love at first sight until I laid eyes on Skylar. She came around the corner when I first saw her, and I knew right then that I wanted her to be mine. I wanted her to be my partner. I wanted her in my life. There was just no question about it. This is Skylar's first day at the beach. She's sticking by me because she's kind of scared. Come on, little one. She was 3 months old, a mutt. She came from a litter of part golden retrievers. And I took her home and she became part of the pack. She joined our Siberian Husky Tacoma. She never looked back either. She never cried. She was fine and happy. And as I came to know her, to raise her, I realized that I had a remarkable being on my hands. She was more than a dog. She was more than her earthly vehicle. Get the keys. Bring the keys. Good girl. Good girl.
Oh, you're joking, of course. My lines are perfectly angels, and you know it.
Shh. I'm doing my calculator now. I got my calculator. No, my calculator. No, don't do that. That's my calculator. Skylar is 1 year, 3 months old. When she was 2 years old, I decided that it was time to fulfill my lifelong dream of road tripping the United States, and she was going to come with me. She was my partner, so of course she was going to come with me. And so we took off. We took off on this amazing trip, this adventure. And the things that we saw and the things that we did were just incredible. A few months after we returned from the trip, I was feeling under her throat, and I felt two like marbles under her throat, and I thought, these are her lymph nodes and they're swollen. I made an appointment with the vet, our La Jolla veterinary. I took her in and they biopsied the lumps. No problem. I'm sure it was something minor. A week later, I got the call. And they said it. It was just one word and it echoed. It just came out of like the haze. Lymphoma. What? Cancer? Can't be. It cannot be. A healthy, vibrant, young 3-year-old dog. She can't be sick. It must be a joke. No way. Skylar? Impossible. They must be mistaken. They must be wrong. This being that's just so full of life and joy and love. How could it possibly have been that she was sick? I asked to see the slides in the vet's office. I wanted to see for myself. I want to see the cells myself. And not only did she have cancer, she had aggressive cancer that had already started to spread. But there was a chance. We had caught it just in time. She could live. The clock was ticking. I elected to go with an aggressive chemotherapy treatment that matched the aggression of her cancer. There was no way that we were going down without a fight. There was just no way. We were going to fight. We were going to battle this, And even if we didn't win, we were going to fight and we were going to try, and we were never going to give up, never. We were referred to the Veterinary Specialty Hospital, where we began an aggressive battle. We went to war. When I had to fill out the forms at the Veterinary Specialty Hospital, how many states has your dog been to? I filled out 34 states, and I was really happy about that. Really, really happy. And the vets remarked on it. They thought it was amazing. 4 weeks into the treatment, Skylar collapsed. Took her into the hospital, and she became the ICU's most critical patient. They put her in isolation in what looked almost like a baby's crib. And they just attacked. They tried to save her with everything they had. And I tried to save her with everything I had. And the vets and the vet techs worked round the clock. Didn't even go home. Their shifts were over and they didn't even go home that night. She went into cardiac arrest a handful of times, and they resuscitated her, and they kept fighting and trying until there was no more fight. There just wasn't anything left. And so I had to let her go. I could have waited for her to go into cardiac arrest another time and just let her go then, but I had to stop the suffering. Everybody's suffering, especially hers. And so I let her go. The end came, as the end comes for all of us. My world and the world became remarkably colder when she left it. I donated her body to the UC Davis Veterinary School so that they may further their medical training or science. We applied for a grant for funding for Skylar's medical treatment, and we got it. Against all odds, we got funding through the Magic Bullet Fund. And while the last 24 hours of her life cost a lot of money in the ER, we weren't able to access any of those funds, and so that money went to another dog. Skylar furthered veterinary medicine by having her body donated to the UC Davis Veterinary Medical School. Another dog got funding because of Skylar, because of her story, because of who she was. Another dog can have a chance to live. And she leaves with us a legacy. And that legacy is to seize the day. We didn't know Skylar's time would be so finite. And that's why I'm so grateful that we went and had this adventure. And I didn't let my barriers get in the way or fear. And because we got past that, she had the adventure of a lifetime. It made her passing a little easier, knowing that we went out there, we had an adventure, and she had a wonderful time. And had I waited a year, had I waited 6 months, she would have never gotten to see all the things that she saw. She would have never have been able to do all the things that she did, and myself included. I saw a lot of things on the trip because of her, because she shaped the journey as any dog would. Go and do the things that you've always wanted to do, that you've always dreamed of. So get out there, get past your barriers, get off your bum, and go have an adventure. Thanks for watching Roughin' It, and thanks for sharing this amazing journey with us, this beautiful country of America. Endings are really just beginnings. Stick with the channel, there will be more to come. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.